Hello everybody, this is Scott Sharp with Fretboard Toolbox, and today I'm going to show you how to use a Fretboard Toolbox Complete Mandolin Edition to start walking around between chords and to start listening for different chord progressions and thinking about Roman numerals for chords and start training your ear to hear those things. The disclaimer is that I am not a real mandolin player, but I am the cheapest person I know to do this, and so I'll do my best. But I promise if you follow along, you're going to find something cool. Let's take a look and see how it works. Okay, so for this lesson, we're going to use a Complete Mandolin Edition to look at the key of C major, and we're going to forget about the key of A minor for a minute. But the important thing is going to be learning that like C major is my 1 chord, D minor is my 2 chord, E minor is my 3, F major is my 4, G major is my 5, A minor is my 6, and we'll worry about this one later too. And then the other thing you want to know is that these notes in white boxes are the notes of the major scale. So if you've seen any of my other videos on mandolin and C major, I've got a chord building video and a scales in C video that'll help show you that. But what we want to do today is look at, so if these are the common chords in the key of C major, how can I arrange those chords, and what are some common ways those chords are arranged, and what do I listen for? So what we want to do here is like we're going to look at a 1-5-1 progression in the key of C major, which is C major, G major, C major. And what we want to know about a 1-5-1 progression is that if you listen to it on a mandolin here, C major, G major, C major. So this is my root, 5 has tension, the 5 chord has some tension, and the 1 chord resolves it. So when you hear a 5 chord, that's going to have some tension to it because 5 chords resolve back to 1 chords, and that's just an important thing to stick in the back of your brain because you'll see that tons and tons of time in music. So to go from a C major to a G major to a C major chord, if you know some different chord shapes, there's I can play C, E, C here on 5, 2, and 3 frets. And then to get to a G chord from there, I could use any of these notes in here to get up to the G, because the G chord I'm going to play is G, B, G. So one way I could do that is I'm playing a C, and then D, E, G. So that was C, D, E, G. Then I walk back down G, E, C. So I can use lots of different combinations here to get from one chord to the next. I could also go to this G root and play like maybe C, B, G. Let's hear how that sounds. So that was C, B, open G. And then to get back to that C, I'm going to go G, A, B, C. I just went to an A minor, I guess I was feeling that. So anyways, the CGC is a 1-5-1 progression. A 1-4-5 progression is C major, F major, G major. So I can play that same C major position and then get to an F note right here. And there's an F major chord where you play the 5th fret of the 4 string, F, A, and then F. So I'm going to play a C major here. And then I'm going to go D, E, F. And then to go to the G, I'm going to play F, E, G. And then to get back to the C, I'm going to go G, F, E, D, C. So that was F, E, G. Something like that. So I'm just using these notes from the major scale to go between chords, and that you can have a blast with that. You should pause the video at some point and then just see if you can figure out some different ways to get from one chord to the next, because when you can see all the notes of the major key, then it gets real easy to see how do I get from one place to the next. So the thing to listen to on a 1-4-5 progression is that 1's my root, 4 pushes me away, is how I describe it, 5 has tension, and 1 brings you home. 4 pushes you away, you can come back home. 4 5, back to C major. So that was just C, F, G, and then C. I can play a 1-5-4 progression, that's C, G, F, another common one. So I'm going to play C major here, and then to go to the G chord, I'm going to do C, E, F, G. So here's C. And then to go to the 4 chord, the F, I'm going to go G, E, F. So it looks like this. And then to get back to the C, I'm going to go F, E, maybe a D, and then C. Yeah, I threw in the D. So that was 1, 5, 4, 1. So that's an important progression too, because you hear it all the time. Another real common progression is a 1-6-4-5 progression in the key of C. That's going from C major is your 1, A minor is your 6, F major is your 4, G major is your 5. So if I'm playing this C position again, there's nothing magical about this C position here, it's just the one I'm happening to play in this video. But to go from a C major to an A minor, I'm going to play that C major and then I'm going to walk down to this A. And A minor chords are made of the notes A, C, and E. So if I look at here, I've got A, E, C, A. You might know that position already, but I'm just going to play C major and then I'm going to walk C, B, A to get to my 6th chord. So here's my 1, C major, C, B, A. And then I'm on the A and I want to go to an F major. So then I'm going to go D, E, F. And then I want to get up to the G, so I'm going to go F, E, G. And then that little walk down was just G, F, E, D, C. So that was a 1-6-4-5 progression. I could do a 1-6-2-5 progression. So here I'm playing C. Let's see if I can show you both of those. I'm playing a C major. Then I'm going to walk down to A minor. And then for the D major, I'm going to play maybe A, B, D for the D minor. And then the D minor I'm going to play is A, D, A, F. Because D minor chords are made out of the notes D, F, and A. So I'm going to play A, D, A, F. So here I'm on my A minor. A, B, D. So I just went A, B, this D, and then I strummed the D minor chord. And then I want to get up to a G chord, so maybe I'll just do E, F, G. And then I just did that same little walk down again. So that was a 1 chord to a 6 chord, to the 2 chord, to the 5 chord, and then back to 1. I can do a 1-2-4-5 progression. I'm playing C major and then I need to get to a D minor. Maybe I'll try F, E, D. So I was playing C, E, C, and then I was going to the D minor, so I just tried the notes F, E, D to walk down to the D minor chord. So C major, F, E, D, and then back to the F, I could go D, E, F, and then I can do that F, E, G again, or I could go F, and then this flat 5 note, the G flat, that you could see on the blues page, up to G. That would be like, and then just that little walk down again. So when I'm going from one chord to the next, if I know which notes make up the chord and I know which notes are around, I can see lots of different ways to get there. And lastly, instead of showing you, I guess I could show you this real quick. It's just, here's a 5 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord. So sometimes you start on a 5 chord and then a 4 and then a 1. This is in lots of different songs, a couple Avett Brothers songs I'm thinking of. And anyways, cool progression. You hear it a lot. And then the last thing I want to show you is that these flat 7 and flat 3 notes can add some cool flavor too, like going from a C major to an F major chord. If I grab this E flat and then E F, that sounds like this. Here's C major. So that was just C major. And then I can go F, G flat, G, which is part of the blues scale. So on that last one, I grabbed that E flat, went to the E, and then the F, and then I grabbed, to go from the F chord to a G chord, I just went through this blues note here with the asterisk, the flat 5 note, to get up to a G chord. And that about does it for my time here. So anyways, it's important to understand that chords can be played with in lots of different combinations, but when you know the Roman numeral combinations of the chord progression you're playing, it's going to open up a whole lot of ideas for you. And I hope I didn't confuse you a whole lot today, but I think I confused myself a bit, but hopefully you got something out of it, and I appreciate you taking a look. And I've got lots more videos coming on lots more instruments, so subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks a lot.